Okay, number 7. The factored form of a quadratic expression is 3x minus 4 and 3x plus 4. What are the x-intercepts of the related quadratic equation? Well, we see x-intercepts. We should remember rocks, right? X-intercepts is going to be the same as the solutions. If we already have the factors, all we have to do to solve it is set it equal to 0, set this one equal to 0, and see what our two solutions are. I'm going to do this one first because it's just one step. Minus 5, x equals negative 5. There is my first one. So I can already eliminate A and B. Now, for this one right here, we've got to do two steps. We've got to move the 4 and bring everything down. So 3x equals 4, and then we divide by 3. So x equals 4 over 3. So it is answer D. Don't flip your fraction and pick C, all right? All right, we're on number 8. Hopefully you fixed that typo earlier. It says, what are the solutions to the quadratic formula, quadratic function, x squared plus 18x plus 81 equals 25. Well, the first thing I have to do is put this in standard form, so we've got to move that 25 over. So I'm going to subtract 25. When you subtract it, you're going to subtract it from the 81 because those are like terms. So that's going to go to 0. 81 minus 25 is going to be 6 there. Borrowed 7 minus, that's 5. So I've got x squared plus 18x plus 56. And we need these solutions. So a couple different options. We could graph it. We could use the x method. Since we've already done the x method a few times, let's go ahead and graph it. Make sure we know how to do that. So on our graph, let's put in x squared plus 18x plus 56. And for our second line, we'll put in as y equals 0. And then we'll hit graph. Well, I only see one solution, so let's zoom out. So zoom number 3, zoom out, push enter. Okay, it does have two solutions. So we're going to go second trace, and we're going to go to intersect. Now we've got to move, and we'll get the dot on the left first, just because I prefer to do the left one first. 1, 2, 3. Negative 14 is 0. So the first solution is going to be at negative 14. All right, now for the other one. Go back, second trace, go back to intersect, and we're going to move to the right side now. Push enter 3 times, and it goes at negative 4. So negative 14 and negative 4, which is answer choice. Oh, there were two typos. It should be C. Sorry, I apologize for that. If you couldn't get this one earlier, I will fix it for the guys in class, but I can't reprint this for you. So that was another error on this printing. Okay, number 9. The solution for solving the quadratic equation x squared minus 4x plus 2 equals 0 by completing the square are given. So step 1, they had x squared minus 4x is equal to negative 2. Then what they did is they added 4 to get the 2 and put 4 on this side. So it says to continue the solution corrected by completing the square, what should step 3 be? So I know we haven't done one like this. This was a really good example because this was an old star question they put in there. So we want to find the factors, and you can see over here we've got the factors. Well, obviously it cannot be A because that's only one factor. But if they multiply together get a positive 4, but add together get a negative 4, we can use our x method from there. So ignore this number for now because all of them say equals 2 at the end. So we're going to factor out. 1 times 4 is 4. The b is negative 4. So they multiply together get a positive, but they add together get a negative. Well, the only factors of 4 are 1 times 4 and 2 times 2. Since they added it to be a negative and they multiply together to be a positive, they're both negative, and negative 2 and negative 2 is negative 4. So our factors are just going to be x minus 2 and x minus 2. But we don't see any answers that look like that. Can't be B, so it doesn't have any minus. But on D, one has a minus and one has a plus. And here's why it is C. If this says squared, everything in the side is being squared. So it's like multiplying x minus 2 times x minus 2. So I hope you're able to figure this out. The only difference is it's not in standard form because we didn't set it equal to 0. Okay? Now, number 10. It says, what are the roots of the equation 2x squared plus 7x plus 4? Well, you can see all of your answers have a square root symbol, right? So let's use our quadratic formula. Our a is 2, our b is 7, and our c is 4. So x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Plug in your numbers. X equals negative of 7 plus or minus the square root of 7 squared minus 4 times 2 times 4 all over 2 times a, which is 2. When we simplify, I tell you to go one step at a time. So negative times 7 is negative 7 plus or minus square root, and let's simplify inside that square root. So 7 squared, let's exit out. 7 squared minus 4 times 2 times 4. And that comes out to 17. And 2 times 2 is 4. So our answers all had the square root. They were not fully simplified. It is going to be answer A. I'm going to stop the video here. We've got 3 more for the last video.